Welcome back. In today's class, we are going to start a new concept on fraction, ratio, proportion, and percentage. We are going to take this concept one by one and treat it in depth in such a way that we try to understand the virtual meaning, that is, the meaning as the way you're going to see it. Now, the concept we're going to start with is fraction. We move to ratio, we move to proportion, then we discuss percentage. But for today, let us start with fraction. I must let you know that the word fraction is actually derived from the word fract, which comes from the word from Latin word which means fragere, means to break. So when you are seeing the word fract, it means break. And the word fract is different from the word fact. Fact is a word on its own that has meaning, something that is true. But if we turn it to Ori, if we put Ori into this, it will become factory. So if we look at this word and we break it into tokens, that is into suffix and the root word, we're going to have fact and Ori. Ori means place. Fact means extract, bring out. That is, factory is a place where they bring out something or they produce something. Do not mistake fact with fact. They are different things. So the word fact actually means to break. That is to say, whenever we are dealing with fraction, we are talking about something that is broken. Now, a fraction represents parts of whole. We have an whole entity, then we cut it into parts. What does each part represent? How do we represent fraction in mathematics? We have a number above, we have a number below. The number above is called numerator, if you remember the word numera. And denominator is the number below. Denominator, please don't mind this one, please change this to 0 or O, sorry. So that is denominator. So now it can be written this way, okay, or this way. Anyone, are you getting me? So generally we can represent the numerator with any letter. We can represent the denominator with any letter. We can have what we call x over y. This is a fraction. We can have alpha over beta. This is a fraction as well. Are you getting me? What they are telling you is that this what? A fraction. Alpha is a number, beta is a number. Are you getting me? So this represents the unit of fractional entity. That is to say, I remember that whatever you are learning, there is what we call unit entity before we begin to combine them together. So the unit of every fractional number is a single number that consists of one number divided by the other. Alpha over beta, that's a single number. Before we can now be talking about how to combine them together. That's what we call algebra, or what we call fraction. Remember that we have entity, the unit, the rules, and how they, and something that combine them, and the rules that combine them together. Remember, we have entity, we have combinator, we have rule that combine them together. These are the three things. So in this case, we are dealing with entity, which is the unit of fraction. Then we are still going to come together to discuss what we call combinator, which are plus, minus, times, and divide. Then we are going to talk about the rules of those combinations. What are you going to do when you have plus? What are you going to do when you have minus? What are you going to do when you have multiplication? What are you going to do when you have division? And another thing is that when you have more than two fractions, how are you going to deal with them together? So we are still going to discuss that. We have type of fraction. We have proper fraction whereby numerator is smaller, that is, it's less than the denominator. It is normal. It is proper because something that is big is above something that is small. That is, something that is big is carrying something that is small. So that is proper. Example is what? 1 over 2, 2 over 3. So interpretatively, how can we interpret 1 over 2? 1 over 2 means that I take one object and I cut them into two. Are you getting me? So each part will represent half, which is 1 over 2. 2 over 3 means I have 2 objects and I cut them into 3. So 2 initially, then final I will have 3. So each part represents 2 over 3. We are still going to look at that. We have also improper fraction, where the number in the numerator is greater than the number in denominator. So we have also mixed fraction, whereby this is what we use to convert an improper fraction to proper fraction. Are you getting me now? So you are going to have a whole number like that and particular fraction multiply by it. So let us assume that we have an whole entity. This is a whole entity, and this whole entity we divide it into 2. What this actually means that this is 1 over 2 and this is also 1 over 2. That is to say, this part here is division of all this part is division of all the circle into 2. So in mathematics, when a circle is divided into 2 equal parts, they call them semicircle. So this part is called semicircle. This part is also called semicircle. Are you getting me? So that shaded portion is showing us that part is one of the half of the way. So another one is this. This is a whole circle as well. Are you getting me? So this is a whole circle, but in this case, it is divided into several parts. It is divided into several parts. Are you getting me? So let us see the number of division. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8. So each of these parts is 1 over 8. Are you getting me? Each of these parts is what? Is 1 over 8. That is, I have one object and I divide them into 8. I am planning on how to do more animation to let you understand what fraction is all about, but there is something I'm thinking of letting you guys know, or you should give us idea about it. If we correctly interpret 1 over 2 as one object that is cut into 2, how do we interpret 2 over 1? If we have 3 objects that we cut into 5, how do we interpret 5 objects cut by 3? So this one is virtually balanced. We can cut 3 objects into 5. So do we cut 5 objects into 3, or we combine 5 objects into 3? Are you getting me? So that is what I want us to work on, and I want you to give us what it will be like in your comment section. Thank you for listening. ABP.